Hey everybody, it's David Dyer, and welcome to Idioms episode 40. I'm your host, and Idioms is my mini-cast. 5 minutes at the most. About the same time it takes before you give up and Google the answer to your crossword puzzle. And as the name implies, I talk about idioms. Those phrases we say in everyday conversation that seem completely out of place, yet you know exactly what they mean by the way they're being used. Good, so let's go. This is Idioms episode 40, and the idiom we're going to cover today is break a leg. You've heard it. So it's opening night, and what do you know? Lin-Manuel comes down with food poisoning. The understudy has an infected toe, so the stage manager comes to me and says, "Get into costume, you're going on tonight." Me? I'm just the prop manager. "Move it," he screams, and "Hey kid, break a leg." Literal meaning, to snap your femur, or tibia, or fibia, your choice. Contextual meaning, a phrase used as words of encouragement to an actor before they go on stage, especially on opening night. So let's explore the origin. Lots of interesting theories on this one, and we're going to start off with a few from our tried and true friends at phrases.org.uk, as well as some good information from todayifoundit.com. One of the theories is that this one goes all the way back to the days of Bill Shakespeare and the Globe Theatre, because there was an earlier meaning of the phrase break a leg, which meant to give birth to a bastard. And since that happens a lot in Shakespeare, people put two and two together. However, in this case, that equals 3, because the phrase wasn't in use in that manner for long, and how is giving birth to a bastard good luck? Silly Elizabethans. Still, another theory involves John Wilkes Booth, who, as you may know, assassinated President Abraham Lincoln. After Booth shot Lincoln, he jumped down from the presidential box where Lincoln was sitting at the Ford Theater and landed on stage, breaking his leg. Somehow he still managed to escape and was killed 12 days later at a farm in Virginia. Some say that's where break a leg comes from in regards to the theater. Really? You're equating the assassination of the leader of the free world with making sure you don't forget your lines? I don't think so. Now, others say that the phrase may be used to encourage someone to make a strenuous effort at whatever they're doing, because that's how the phrase was used for a while. For example, in a 1942 edition of the Hammond Times from Indiana, there was an article that read, "Whatever the Army and Navy want, the Continental Roll and Steel Foundry will turn out, or break a leg trying." In other words, the thought is if an actor was told to break a leg, it meant for them to give it their all or snap your thigh bone trying. The Germans... Those silly Germans. The Germans have a similar phrase that goes, "Haus und Beinbruch," and the sentiment behind that one is happy landings. But the literal translation is break all one's bones. So just the leg ain't good enough for the Germans. Nope. You want to have a good show, you gotta turn your skeleton into a goddamn maraca. Ah, the Germans. They make a good car. Horrible sense of humor. But let's wrap this one up and bring it on home. I love this idiom because I studied theater in college, and we used to love looking up the stories behind all kinds of things in the world of drama. In fact, here's a little side note for you. You've heard of a green room, right? Well, the green room is a room backstage where actors and crew can gather, but the reason they're called green rooms is because back in the day they were located right off stage, and it was a room where an actor could go before they went on stage to quietly go over their lines and gather themselves. And more often than not, these rooms were decorated in shades of green because green is considered a peaceful and calming color. Now, back to your leg. The world of theater is full of superstition. For example, it's considered bad luck to whistle in a dressing room. It's considered bad luck to say the last line of a play during dress rehearsal. And my gosh, you never want to say the name of the Scottish play, Macbeth, in a green room. And likewise, to wish somebody good luck before a show means that exactly the opposite is going to happen. Therefore, if you can't wish someone good luck, then you go the other way and you tell them to break a leg instead. And that, hopefully, will give rise to the performance of a lifetime. So that's it. Episode 40 of Idioms is complete, and I've done comedy gigs where I actually hoped my leg would break so it would be over. I'm your host, David Dyer. Thanks for listening. Check back for new episodes every Tuesday and Friday, but until then, I'll catch you on the flip side.